Hey guys, Diana here, and welcome back to another speed building video. So today I want to try something a little bit fun, quirky, cool. So we are going to be building a lighthouse. So I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a rough beginning. I was trying to get the shape right. I was looking at a bunch of different pictures on Google, just kind of like I know everyone kind of know, we all know the basic look of a lighthouse, but I didn't want to see like what is out there and like just the different options. So a couple that I was seeing was ones that were like most, I guess, because I there was about three different types. There was just the straight up circular ones, the ones that were had like angles to them, I guess that's what you can say. Some that were squared, but then they were leaning in, so it was each like level was got smaller and smaller. And then the ones that were kind of the same as that one, which were the ones that were not completely round, but had the angle still, but it still got slightly smaller as it got towards the top. So that's the look I was going for, and what I was fidgeting around with was just trying out how to get that slanted angle look. So I did try like roof options, didn't like it. So I tried this roof here, and I got to a point where I was like, yeah, maybe this could work. But then I was like after I kind of got like the color down, because also for colors, like the majority that everyone knows is the obvious white and green one, which you do end up with. But there was a couple that had the black stripes as well. So since I was using the roof, I thought, you know what, we can use the black ones. But then when I really started looking at it, I was like, you know what, I don't really think this is working. It's not like what I really like pictured in my mind. And on top of that, if I wanted windows for each level, there would only be they could get windows, but you wouldn't see them. So I did want something that looked like it was more not just a lighthouse that someone lived in, but a lighthouse that someone turned into a functional home and was living in, but it was still surrounded by whatever body of lake or water or ocean or whatever there was. So, and you guys, not quite yet, but we do actually move this house to a different lot. I just felt like the camera kept jumping up even if I wasn't on that certain level, and I don't know, I just think, it would have been a little bit annoying to always have to try and fix that, so I do move it. And then for the roof, I didn't really like this either as well. It wasn't really working for what I wanted, and so that does change. Like, this was very like trial and error type thing. Like, I wasn't really sure what we were going with. And like literally at this point in the build, I was like, should I even finish this? Should I just get rid of it? Should I scrap it? I'm like, this is not anything that I envisioned or anything that really looks like what I want to build. But as soon as I did this with the roof, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. I can work with this. I think I can make it work, which really makes me happy because I really love the end results, and I think it actually turned out pretty well. And I did test everything in the house, so it is livable. Everything's usable. You don't need any, to move anything around when you get in there, except for I forgot the lights on the second floor, so you will have to just add in like 2 lights. But yeah, I mean that's about it. And then I thought, you know what, let's try and make that roof on the other level so you get that shape of it kind of angling up. But I was like, you know what, no, it's fine. We'll figure something else out. We do make the top floor a little bit bigger because like stairs do not fit to go up there, and I really wanted to have 3 levels. And really, you could use the house as a 2-level house and like get rid of that 3rd level, but having that 3rd level allowed me to get in a second, I'm not going to say a second bedroom, but a second sleeping area, because this house doesn't actually have like individual bedrooms. It's just kind of sectioned off by the half walls, using the tallest option to create more privacy, especially for the room on the top level or the 3rd level. It has no doors, no nothing. It's literally just 3 of the tallest wall sections to create the living space. And yeah, so I was just kind of moving it up, or moving everything out and making it bigger so it could fit the stairs in. And then yeah, and then for like the normal red and white look of most lighthouses, we do just keep it with the with the red like stripe border on the house, and then keeping in theme with the black and white houses, we also do use that um, brick wallpaper to really, bring both of those worlds together. So right here, we just switched to a different lot, just kind of make it a little bit easier to work with, uh, which I'm kind of glad. I'm not sure if it's the same lot size. I want to say if it is, or if it isn't, it's just a little bit bigger, but other than that, I'm pretty sure it's the same, I want to say, because I just felt like the width between the house and the edge of the lot on the left hand side had more room, or had like the same amount of room, kind of. Yeah, but so this floor here, this is the master bedroom floor, and then up top is going to be the kids' room, or the kids' area, and then plus just a bookshelf and couch to do some reading on. And this bathroom here on the top floor is actually the only bathroom with a shower. So if you wanted to, you would have to either make the downstairs bathroom a little bit bigger or something, because there is only one bathroom in this house, but this house is again only made for 2 to 3 sims, so it's not the biggest thing, which is also why I kind of made it as a kid's bedroom, because it wouldn't be as weird for a parent to always be walking past the teen's room. But you could always close off the kids area, or swap something around, or swap the door around, so the bathroom isn't as, I guess, in public space to get to. And then what I also did is I do put in I do move a sim in so I can test everything along as I go, because as soon as I went to the kitchen, I just wasn't sure if everything would be usable to how I wanted it to work, because it is such a tight space. But we do fit in a full kitchen, living area, dining room, and then we do put in just chuck in a desk, computer, and chair underneath the stairs. And like I said, everything does work. You guys will see me testing that out. But then yeah, like as far as like the house build itself goes, I kind of merged in a bunch of the looks, I guess, because I kind of went with the industrial feel in the kitchen. If you are in a lighthouse, it's going to be a little bit more not so, like, I don't, modern, I guess is the word to say, or like what you would expect. Like, I tried putting in what you would expect seeing in a lighthouse, but then as I was going through the build, I was like, you know what, it'd be really cool if we didn't just make like a lighthouse that people lived in, but something that, I know this is gonna make sense, and I know this is not gonna make sense. I don't want to build a lighthouse that looks like someone lived in there. I want to build a lighthouse that looked like people converted into a home. So we do see a small change up in style throughout the house. The downstairs, like, I use a lot of that mid-century furnishings that we got in the bowling pack, but then also the living room has some clean, slick lines that kind of have to do with like modern and everything. But then when we hit into the master bedroom, we kind of have like this beachy feel with the bed. So I did mash up a lot of looks, but to me, I don't know, I guess I liked it. I thought it worked, so I do keep it. And then I thought, you know what, if you're living on a lighthouse, it could be rocky everywhere, so let's throw in some plants, because nothing ever gets bad with plants. And then for the blinds, now I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to understand the look of it, whatnot, but there are actually blinds out there that open at the top and the bottom, which is pretty cool. I've seen them on some design shows. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It's a pretty old show, but it's called Color by Design. Oh, Design by Color. Oh, I forget what it's called. But it's a good show. If you guys ever watch what's that show called? It's Designed by Candace or something like that. I can't remember at this moment. If you guys live in Canada or the States even, you guys may know what I'm talking about. I don't know about the States. I haven't been down there in a while, but I do know up in Canada here we used to have something called the E Network, especially out in the West. That's where all these shows are on. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, cool. If you don't, look it up, because they actually have some really good ideas on there. Like, I really liked the one show that I was talking about. I want to say it's called Color by Design, but I'm not 100% sure. But basically, you just took colors off the wheel, and then you just chose, okay, this color is going to be the floor color, this color is going to be the wallpaper, and then this color can be like the I don't know, like accent color. So if you chose like a red and like let's say, no, let's say you chose like a yellow and you chose a purple. So those two colors are on the opposite end of the color wheel. So it would be, it, like they would stand out. But if you chose like a red and then like a dark brown, they're closer. So it not merges, but it blends together and it doesn't stand out and it's not such a strong color. You know? I guess that makes sense. But yeah, no, like it's a good show. If you guys know what I'm talking about, kudos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube it because it's actually a really good show. It's an old show, so it has like those corny moments in it, but you know, I like it. But yeah, anyway, so we're just in the powder room downstairs. So we do have 1.5 bathrooms. I was gonna check in the shower, but then I thought, you know what? Let's not worry about it. We'll just put that on the main floor. So at first, I was only gonna make this a 1-bedroom house, and use the top floor as kind of like the study room. But then I put the computer on the downstairs, and I realized that when I got to the top stairs or the top floor. So I was like, you know what? We'll make it into a kid's room. And then yeah, you can achieve this look here though with moving stuff up by using the Control 9 key on your keyboard to move your objects up. I believe I don't and move. Oh yeah, have move objects on because that is just a little bit crucial. And if you don't want items to lock on grid, just hold the Alt key and you can move them around freely. Super, super handy. And you can even still like move objects closer or whatnot without the move objects cheat on, just holding Alt. That works as well. And then yeah, I didn't really want to use the pot lights. To me, it just those are kind of like what I use. Like if I don't really have an idea or a vision for like the lighting that I want in the room, or if I'm just building to light things up so I can see them a little bit easier. But other than that, yeah, so I use the lantern looking lights because you know it's the lighthouse, so I figured why not get something that's kind of not rustic, but something that looks like it would be in a lighthouse, I guess, especially if it was renovated or whatnot. And then just adding in a little bit of artwork there. But yeah, so this here is the master room area, we're gonna call it. So like I said, it kind of has like that airy, beachy feel with the bed there, and then just kind of using the little side table that we got from wow, bowling stuff. Totally forgot the name of the pack there for a second. What I really like about the side table though is that it is a smaller side table, unlike most of the other side tables that we have. They're just like really big and clunky that I feel like it doesn't really work in small spaces. But this side table, I love it because you can get the side table, but it's not too big and it fits those little small nooks and crannies. And then just throwing in the dresser, and for the mirror we do put it on the other side of the fireplace just because it wasn't really working for me. But I also want to put in a sitting area because we do have a fireplace for them to enjoy. So we do put the mirror over, and then we get in the second chair. You know, I figured why not. And your Sims can climb over to the other, or scoot over to the other side of the bed, so you don't have to have it not against the wall, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you can still get 2 Sims to sleep in the bed. That won't be a problem for them. And then just try and add in some more artwork. Nothing was really working, so we go ahead and get the mirrors in from Spa Day. I believe we got this. And then again, just using the Control 9 key to move the mirror up, just kind of make it a little bit bigger, something a little bit more focal point to look up on. And then oh yeah, I do put a painting there. I put this little beach painting there, which I think works pretty well. And yeah, like I said again, I forgot to put in lights in, so you will want to do that if you download this house, which is available on the gallery, as are all of my past builds, except for I think one, but that was because it was an apartment build. And yeah, they don't let you upload apartments, which is kind of annoying, but yeah, I mean, I think you can if you delete the wall and the door or something like that. I was watching one of the Legacies videos and she was saying that. So I haven't tried it, but it's worked for her, which is good. But yeah, so anyways, this is the kids' room area, but I wanted to make it kind of, I don't know, like a bunk area per se, because it is so small. So it's literally a 2x3 space that the kids' area is in. I was thinking about just kind of leaving it open, but then I was thinking, you know what, if the kid's sleeping and the parents get up to take their shower or whatnot, they're not gonna want to like feel like they can, like, everyone can see them. So we do put in yeah, we do put the walls in everywhere. It's just stuff at the end just to kind of keep it open a little bit, because if they are kids and they're on the top floor by themselves, they probably wouldn't want to be, I don't know, all the way closed in. That's my thoughts. But yeah, so super simple, nothing too crazy there. Just literally a bed, side table, and a little dresser storage that we got with the kids pack. And then yeah, just a little seating area here. I didn't really put in much of a skill building objects in this build, which I know I usually do in a lot of them. So if you do want to get like the easel or like anything that you use a skill build, I mean, I know you can buy the books in the dresser, but you know, sometimes it's nice to not have to spend money every time you want to buy a new book. Yeah, you can always just buy it. You can always just, you know, throw it in the house or buy the book on the dresser. And then yeah, just thrown in the couple little objects for the kids. Oh, I do put in a kid's violin. I kind of forgot about that, not gonna lie. And then just the nightlight that's supposed to help the monster stay away from under the bed, but I find it doesn't really work, to be honest. I don't know. I wish we could have the option if we wanted that on or not, because whenever the kid wakes up, it drives me absolutely bonkers. And then yeah, just trying to find the light for the actual source, and this lantern actually worked perfectly. So we just upsized it a ton using the right bracket key, and yeah, just kind of threw it up in there and thought it worked pretty well. And then to give that beachy look, we do use the pond, not the pool, because I don't want, you know, Sims jumping in there left, right, and center to try and go swimming, and just kind of keep it kind of, you know, kooky, different. We do change the shape in its entirety, and I do skip half of the landscaping or like the placing of the rocks, just because I've done it in so many different videos that I don't think that you guys need to see it again. If you do, then just check out any of the videos with the thumbnails of ponds in them. You will clearly see them. I'm pretty sure I did it in the last build that I uploaded. It's the, I think I just called it the family home. I think that one's it. Yeah, so that one has a pond in it. I know my very first video I put a pond in there as well, and I do explain how I do that. If you're gonna watch that video, the sound is not the best. I was still trying to figure out how the mic that I was using worked at that point and everything. But yeah, so like I said, it's not the best quality of sound, but the build I think came out pretty well. But yeah, anyway, so as you can see, I kind of started with the rocks just to show you what I was doing and the look I was going for. But then I just skipped right along to the end of me placing them, because it was a lot to place. I think it took me maybe 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 10, 15 minutes to place all the rocks, so it took quite a bit. And then just kind of getting that rocky texture, like if you were to walk up to a lighthouse with the floor paint tool. And I thought, you know what, let's just add a little bit more texture with some more detail and just throw in some dirt underneath these rocks, because I'm pretty sure if there was, you know, these many rocks, the grass would not be this green as close to it. I mean, who knows, it could be, but in my world it's not, or in my Sims world it's not, that's for sure. And then just throwing in a couple trees, you know, because I don't know, I think trees just kind of make everything, gives it that dimension, that height, you know, different levels of what you want, you know, I guess is a weird way to say it. And then the way I placed these, I mean, there was no real like, ooh, let's place it here, let's place it there. I literally just kind of clicked. But I'm actually pretty happy with the way it turned out. I mean, yeah, like the top level looks pretty good. It looks more natural, you know, randomly placed. Not everything's so thought out sometimes, I think. So that is what I was going for. I did want to use this plant that I got using the show hidden objects cheat. You do want to make sure that testing cheats is enabled first, so just bb.testingcheats true, and then you just type in bb.show hidden objects, and then you can get like all the kind of kind of like the miscellaneous objects that you can get. That like from anything, yeah, like all the collectibles and all that stuff, you can find it in there. And I'm just showing this house real quick. So this is just the kind of the kitchen, living, dining combination, and just another shot of the kitchen, just kind of like a little bit more in depth. This here is the downstairs powder room, and then just in the master bedroom here, which again, forgot the lights, my bad. Second shot just showing the little fireplace area. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave your comments, thoughts, ideas down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Anyways guys, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll speak to you all soon.